In a recent report from Royal Insights, it's revealed that King Charles turned down a $330 million reconciliation offer from the Sussex family. The king also expressed frustration when Prince Harry requested financial compensation as a condition for engaging in mediation before reaching a peace agreement. A revelation is forthcoming about Harry's intentions and actions toward his own family. How much can one's frustration and pursuit of self-interest impact their ability to achieve genuine reconciliation? Recent reports suggest that Prince Harry may be considering mending his relationship with King Charles. However, the underlying motive for this potential reconciliation may not align with what you'd expect, as it appears that Harry's actions in this situation have been primarily driven by financial considerations. Harry has consistently pursued financial gains, to the extent that he has caused hardship for his own father, King Charles, through his public behavior. According to royal author Angela Levin, he has been persistently bothering his father for 3 years. He calls to request apologies, he calls to seek financial support, and he even calls just to make his father's life difficult. Royal expert Angela Levin revealed that Queen Elizabeth II once told Harry that if he wasn't committed to being a working member of the royal family, he couldn't have one foot in and one foot out. The royal biographer added that this stance seems insincere because if Harry treats his own family poorly, it's hard to believe he understands the dynamics of a real family. This news comes at a time when reports indicate that King Charles is willing to move past the drama involving Harry and Meghan Markle, which had dominated much of his first year on the throne. Gun salutes were fired on September 8 in honor of the occasion, which also served as a commemoration of Queen Elizabeth's passing. Additionally, plans are in place for a new royal documentary focused solely on the monarch, marking the beginning of his reign. Both the BBC and ITV are in discussions about the program, but the palace has imposed a strict ban on any mention of Meghan and Harry. From the palace's perspective, the couple is not part of the narrative moving forward, given the trouble they've caused. Charles appears determined to embark on his reign, which will last the remainder of his life, now that the 1-year transition period between his rule and his mother's has concluded. Sources speculate that this approach doesn't exclude Meghan and Harry, as the king has expressed good wishes toward them. However, the truly shocking aspect is that Harry's behavior since then has demonstrated a complete lack of respect for his own family. For years, he has persistently pestered his father, seeking apologies and financial support. Such actions are inconsistent with the behavior expected of a loving son genuinely striving to mend familial rifts. Angela Levin has characterized Harry as insincere because his conduct doesn't reflect the values of a truly cohesive family. When you consistently mistreat your own family, it prompts us to question whether you genuinely comprehend the essence of a family. It's disheartening to witness Harry exploiting his family as a means to achieve personal objectives, causing distress through his unceasing demands. It appears that his primary focus isn't on repairing relationships, but on amassing greater wealth and resources. Even King Charles, who undoubtedly loves his son, is cautious about reconnecting with Harry and Meghan until he sees evidence of positive changes on their part. The pressing question now is whether Harry and Meghan are genuinely prepared to amend their behavior or if their pursuit of wealth will continue to be their top priority. Recent reports indicate that the Sussexes are encountering financial difficulties, and the termination of their profitable partnership with Ideas has further complicated their situation. It's evident that their primary focus is on sustaining a luxurious lifestyle. But at what expense? King Charles is effectively managing the situation with Meghan and Harry. While he's displeased with Harry's incessant demands, he has entrusted his legal team to handle them. On the other hand, Meghan Markle's estranged father, Thomas Sr., has made an attempt to reconnect with her in order to meet his grandchildren. However, Markle has not had any communication with her father for several years. Thomas is eager and desperate to meet his grandchildren. In a recent interview, Thomas went as far as to suggest that he might consider legal action to secure the right to see Archie and Lilibet in California. Thomas, who has been grappling with speech difficulties following a stroke last year, revealed during an interview on Good Morning Britain that he hasn't seen Meghan and Harry in 5 years. The last time they communicated was when he was hospitalized prior to their wedding in 2018. He expressed his longing, saying, "I still haven't seen my grandkids, and that's what this is all about. I want to see them." He also suggested that King Charles may share a similar desire to see his grandchildren. He is, of course, referring to King Charles, who also has a strained relationship with Meghan. When asked if he felt heartbroken about the state of his relationship with his daughter, he agreed, expressing, "I'm very upset as well, because this is a cruel thing to do to a grandparent, not just to me but to the King of England as well." He urged them to put the past behind them and grant him the opportunity to see his grandkids. Thomas made a heartfelt plea, but the truth is that neither King Charles nor the late Queen have had the chance to see their grandchildren. In fact, the only family member those children are familiar with is Doria. It's indeed a very peculiar and unusual situation. Meghan's father also referred to himself as a victim, believing that he had been intentionally portrayed in a negative light before Meghan and Harry's wedding. He continues to assert that he has not committed any wrongdoing. It has been reported that Meghan was a millionaire and had her own financial resources before marrying Harry. Given this, questions arise about why neither of them arranged to purchase a plane ticket for Thomas Markle before the wedding. Even prior to their engagement, there could have been an opportunity for them to meet Thomas and become familiar with Meghan's family. Moreover, Meghan had a reserved private room at Soho House that could have been utilized for this purpose. If not for these reasons, such as the cot being too small or concerns about the intrusive media, it appears audacious for Harry to complain and use the excuse that he couldn't meet Thomas before the wedding because he lived in Mexico. Thomas would have eagerly welcomed the opportunity to fly to England and meet his daughter's future in-laws. Harry didn't even extend the courtesy of a phone call to Thomas before marrying his daughter. He has never had a direct conversation with Thomas, which is deemed disgraceful, as per a source. Thomas Jr. has recently established a fundraising website to help cover Thomas Markle's medical expenses. The website carries the following description line: "My father endured 2 heart attacks several years ago and suffered a stroke in May 2022. Which has affected his speech. Thankfully, these were the extent of his health issues, and he's on the path to recovery. I accompany him to his speech therapy and other appointments every week, and we've seen continuous improvement. My father is a deeply proud man with an incredible life story, and he would never ask for assistance. So, I've taken it upon myself to initiate this fundraiser for him. It's not only to alleviate his stress, but also because I know he wouldn't seek help on his own.